Good evening, everybody. This is Silk. We're doing Operation View to Kill. This is turn 20 for Commonwealth. Not a whole lot of exciting stuff to happen, mostly because we don't have a whole lot of exciting stuff to do anymore. But we'll do a couple things. We'll do some maneuvers, and we are going to have some fun with the Soviets, but other than that, shouldn't be too much. We'll go ahead and lay out our buys here. There is a slight change. If we do manage to get heavy armor, that guy's going to be a heavy armor instead of our medium armor. So for Great Britain here, we're spending 57. I've got 2 tacticals, a medium bomber. These 2 are militia upgrades. That's a medium armor, which again might be a heavy. I'm spending 2 for a railroad and then 12 for 2 attack transports. For FEC, we've just got a medium bomber and a Gurkha. That leaves us with 1. Ostensibly, this is going to be 1. This is either going to be 1 or 0. And then Anzac actually has 4. They're going to be in the money because they're spending 6. They are going to build a double stages, both stages for a air base, and lease that to the KMT. So I guess we'll do our tech rolls real fast. Nothing too exciting. As you get late game, tech starts to really not matter very much. Even that heavy armor this late doesn't really do a whole lot for us, but we'll see what we can do here. Here we go. Heavy armor is a stage 3. We need an 8. We get a 3. Big shock. We've got logistics at a stage 2, which could somehow become useful. Oh, there's a 12. That's nice. Yeah. So logistics at stage 3. Maybe that'll do something for us next turn. And then we got to start new tech, so we'll go ahead and start jets. I also had an 8. And that's a 4. So we get 1 stage of logistics. Yes. All right, not too much to do, but a few things. Most of the fun is in Mid-East, certainly. So let's talk about what happened here. Kind of all of our plans were based on the Axis winning that fight in Spain, and odds are pretty good on him that he was going to win that. It's not huge. It was probably 60-40, 65-35, somewhere in that nature, give or take. The fact that he had the 4 5s just consistently get his damage out. But the Soviets just hit so hard on that first turn with the Republicans that he could never really catch up, even though he was hitting pretty consistently with his units. Lucky for us, we are going to give them an extra turn here in just a minute here. So let's talk about what happened with the Soviets. So, I got to put 2 militia out on the board. So if I still have enough. Yeah, we've got some militia on the board. So, 1, 2, 3. All right. So, kind of had a play here that I've been sitting on for a while. Probably about 3 turns, I think. Of kind of a safety out for when the Soviets came to Istanbul. And as Global War Enthusiast noted, I repeatedly kind of tried to set up a chance where I could counterattack and take it back from him on the off chance that I could. Obviously, he brought in way more than what I can deal with now. But I was able to kind of keep these airplanes here as kind of a safety valve, sort of an ace in the hole that I hadn't intended to play unless I absolutely had to. And as it turns out, I absolutely have to. So, no fun for us in that regard. The requirement for this technology, for this victory point here, is that you have Istanbul and that you have an undamaged shipyard. And he only has the 1 shipyard. And I've got bombers that can go hit that shipyard, of course. I was very much trying to kind of just hide them there so he wouldn't perceive it as a danger. And fortunately for me, while Global War Enthusiast did see it, he didn't see it until after he had posted his turn. So that we do allow you to make non-combat moves after your turn's over. We don't let you change your buy. So we did make some changes to his non-combat moves, and he put all of his planes here in Crimea to try to protect that shipyard, but I just have more planes than him. It's really kind of the crux of it. So we're gonna get to have some fun. So 4 British fighters and 1 British bomber are gonna go hit that not airbase, that shipyard there. So we're gonna hit the shipyard. I have 4 for intercepting. He has 4 for intercepting. So even if he gets 4 hits, the bomber's gonna get through either way, which is all I really care about. Just gotta keep this game going. We got 1 other bomber here. It's gonna go 1-2 and futilely try to kill one of these Titan submarines. I've had a terrible luck trying to kill those things. That's a non-combat move over there. That might be all of my combat moves. I don't know that I have even anything else that actually involves dice. I really don't think I have any other move that involves dice. How pathetic is that? Alright, so we set up this nice big air battle. The Soviets make their moves to go there. And then, as fate would have it, they decide they don't want to engage me. So I had 4 intercepts at 4. He had 2 intercepts at 3 and 1 intercept. 2 intercepts at 3 and 2 intercepts at 5. So it was 16-16. He just decided he'd keep his stuff where it was. So that's certainly his decision there. So here we go. We just got to do our damage. 4 damage. Well, that's enough to turn off the shipyard, at least for the victory point anyway. And the fun part, so far I've survived all my bombing runs this game, which is pretty atypical for me. We'll see if we can keep the lucky streak going here. There's a 6. I'm telling you, Hambone, just got to roll high dice and you get the bomb all day long. It's amazing. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Oh, a whole bunch of non-combat moves. All right, so A for that, we do our 4 damage. And we've got moves all over the place. All right, these 2, infantry and Rhodesia, rail up to Egypt. Let's see what else we got here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really just need to leave 1. So medium armor and a medium armor. So I guess we'll leave 2 medium armor behind. And then the rest of this stack here will move from Syria to eastern Anatolia. It'll get joined by cavalry, artillery, and the infantry from Ankara, along with the 2 medium armor, the 2 infantry, 6 Gurkhas, 3, 4, 5 Gurkhas, and an airborne. And this guy we're going to upgrade for what that's worth. So total is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3, 13 infantry plus this militia. So 14 infantry, I think 5 Gurkhas, cav and artillery, 3 medium armor, airborne will be what we have at the end of the turn there in eastern Anatolia. Speaking of rails, we're going to go ahead and rail 1. I want to rail a Gurkha. It's not like I don't have enough of them. I think so. We'll rail 1 Gurkha from Siam here, or not Siam, Malaya. We'll rail a Gurkha from Malaya up to Azerbaijan. of our planes, of course, return here to Syria. Oh, I do have one other fight. I gotta roll for that submarine. Here I am, depriving myself of all the hope and glory of killing a coastal sub. We'll move this infantry from Transjordan to Syria. Then we got some transports to move too. But we should roll that coastal sub and see if we can kill it here real quick. I need a 7. Can't hit them any other time. I don't see any reason why I'm going to hit them this time. Oh my gosh. 7 exactly. So, yay for one less coastal sub. Oh, I forgot my delivery. Here I am forgetting my delivery. I guess we'll have maybe the French can do that delivery. Yeah, we'll let the French do it. They don't have anything else to do with themselves. 1, 2. Oh, no, they got other things to do with the French. Gosh darn it. All right, so along with that bombing rate there, we're going to make a small delivery. About a half pound of sugar for the Soviets there. That way they can have an easier time with their medicine that they're taking at the end of the turn there. I thought that might help them. Mental health care is important, so there you go. Soviets, enjoy on me there. Oh, let's see. Where was I? Oh, these guys. 2, you can see there. This tech transport here in, what is this? I-something. Off Calcutta. I-11. Tech transport off of I-11 goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ends up here, goes into port in Egypt there. The transport that is in I-7 just goes 1, 2, 3. Also goes into port in Egypt. That's a regular transport, though, not an attack transport. Then let's see. What else do we have here? One, two, three. Oh, this submarine. Submarine in M7 comes back to M9. Oh, I'm owed a battleship. Or not battleship. Ah, I wish. Destroyer is a formerly Turkish destroyer. It flipped to us when the Russians declared war. It's just going to come down 1, 2, and go here into I-5. This medium bomber flies back to Syria, I think. I've got those guys there. Let's see. Do we want to do that? 1, 2. Here's that. Okay. We'll do over here. So we're actually going to split this fleet up here that's off of Gibraltar here at 844. The 3 coastal defense ships are going to port in Gibraltar. The rest of the fleet is just going to back up 1 to 835. So that's a light carrier with a tactical on it, a destroyer, and should be 3 torpedo boat destroyers, yeah. So 3 torpedo boat destroyers, destroyer, light carrier, tactical, are in 835. And the three coastal defense ships are in port in Gibraltar. Should get in the German about. Yes, those guys are fine. He's fine. I think. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, way up top. Way up top here. These two transports here in Northern Ireland, we're just going to grab the medium armor. And there's a speedboat destroyer here. Where'd he go? Those two guys are there. But my TBD, there he is. He's right here. But we can go 1, 2, 3, come down to A35, go into port there in Gibraltar, drop the medium armor off. And then way up here, we'll bring this transport back to Northern Ireland. So the transport went from Northern Norway to Northern Ireland. The medium armor and the infantry move up to Lapland there. And as will the fighter. All right, over here. Got a transport and an attack transport, and we're gonna set up a little card here. It's gonna be units that are in Formosa. So we're gonna go basically 1, 2, go around them and go into port there in Formosa with my British transport and the attack transport. And we're gonna take the 3 Gurkhas that are in Malaya, along with, looks like an Anzac infantry. So they're going to go into Malaya. The 2 fighters from Siam are going to go onto Formosa. The 2 transports with both, oh, no, that's right. We changed our minds. I forgot. We're doing the other plan. We're going into Hunan. So 3 Gurkha, 1 Anzac infantry goes into Hunan. That's where we want these guys. And then the 2 fighters still go to Formosa, as does both airborne and the 2 air transports. So in Formosa, we're going to have, you guys can see this, in Formosa, I've got 2 airborne, 2 fighters, 2 air transports, then American mountain marine. Actually, it might just be infantry. I think it's marine though. And then medium armor. From Calcutta here, this destroyer goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He joins that main American fleet that's in P-32. The rail repair is going to be done here in Quang Tung here. One of the things that we had talked about I chatted with Global War Enthusiast here, and to see if, because this rail way back when it was damaged by an attack into Quang Tung. But when rails are damaged, they're always damaged on a border. And so I kind of asked him the question of, hey, can Great Britain repair this? What do you think? And one of the advantages of this group that is just delightful, if you guys don't know, Global War Enthusiast is the rules editor for Global War. So he doesn't make any actual rulings about how the game works, but he kind of makes sure that the language works well and keeps things up to date. And, as rules changes or just modifications or clarifications is really what happens most of the time. It's like a clarification here of who gets to repair that. And obviously China can, certainly. And the question was, can Great Britain repair it? And when we come into those kinds of situations, usually we try and talk about it and say, hey, what do you guys think? How should this feel? And we kind of came to the conclusion that it really, in this case, it both belongs to the Allies. The damage is on the border. It's not anywhere else. So either side can repair it. And he's going to go check in with Morton to see if Morton concurs with that. But that'll be a later thing. There's no need to kind of make a rush out of it. So that's why the $2 is spent to repair that border there. Then from Siam here, I'm going to go ahead and move Fort Gurkha up into Anamtonkin, just so I've got a little more punch if I need it going into Hunan. Right? Yeah. All right. That should be everything on the east there. Got everything in the mid-east done. Yeah, I think we're all set. So let's go ahead and get to placements. Two tacticals here are going to go down in Lower Egypt. The two tech transports are going to go down in the Red Sea here in I-5. For our militia upgrades, one of those is here in Egypt. The other one is here in Eastern Anatolia. The medium armor, as you guys have kind of seen me do, is going to go way up here in Northern England. That transport can pick it up and take it around places. And then the medium bomber goes here in Siam. I already talked to you guys about where the railroad repair was. For Anzac, pretty easy. They just put a medium bomber here in Calcutta. They'll put a Gurkha here in Burma. And the Anzac just lend-leases it up around and ends up in Yunnan. And then KMT is going to get to place an airbase on its turn, wherever it wants to. Look out for that. I think that's all we got. Income load up by 1, so I think we're at, I don't know, 58 maybe. I'll have to check. Plus the saved 1. So I think we're at 58 or 59. Anzac here is at 15. 13 plus 5 is 15. So they go to 16. And Anzac gets its 7 plus 2 is 9. So it goes to 13 for next turn. All right, so let's do some recaps for what was a pretty uneventful turn. Sure had a lot to do. All right. In P32, we have the 1 destroyer. In Hunan, we added 3 Gurkha and an Anzac. On Formosa in port, I've got an attack transport and a regular transport. On Formosa, I've got 2 airborne, 2 transports, 2 fighters, and then we've got an American, I think it's a Marine, a medium armor, and a mountain. Tonkin's got the militia and the Fort Gurkha. Siam's got 2 AAA, 2 infantry, medium bomber. Malaya's got militia, AAA, FEC infantry, 2 coastal guns. Calcutta's 3 infantry, militia, medium bomber. Oh, French gotta go. Not a huge change. French are gonna rail 1 infantry from Syria to whatever the heck this is, Lower Egypt, and the rest of the French stack. Going up Eastern Anatolia, and we'll keep the planes where they are. France, I think, collects 3, or has a total of 3 for next turn. Syria, 2 medium armor and infantry, 4 British fighters, French fighter, 2 medium bombers, French medium bomber. Lower Egypt has 2 British transports, 1 French transport, 1 British attack transport, 4 infantry, 2 medium armor, 2 tacticals, 2 French fighters, French mechanized, French infantry. Western Egypt's got an infantry. In I-5, the Red Sea, we've got destroyer, heavy cruiser, submarine, 2 attack transports. In M9, we've got a submarine, 5 infantry, Tunisia, 1 infantry, northern Algeria, and then a militia in Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. Militia in Gibraltar, I believe it's 5 infantry. You can tell I'm kind of running out of infantry models here. We have 3 coastal defense ships in port in Gibraltar. In whatever the heck that is, A35, we've got a light carrier, tactical destroyer, 3 torpedo boat destroyers. In Portugal, I've got the 1 medium armor, the British transport, and the Anzac transport. Way up here in UK, almost no changes really. Just the transport came down to an island and we built the medium armor. So 3 infantry there, and then 2 AAA mountain, 5 militia in London, along with the American units there. And then way up top here, sitting in, what the heck is this, Lapland, I think. I've got 4 infantry, 3 medium armor, a fighter, plus the American units, and then 1 guy in Kola. That's all we got. All right. If you guys need anything else, give me a shout out. We'll probably post a recap of the turn here. Should be a tie 7-7-6, unless something else weird happens. We'll see what happens after that, but that's kind of our guess. So everybody take care and have a good night.